Hello, ladies and gentlemen. How you doing today? Happy what day is it? Thursday. Happy Thursday. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you've had a good week. Didn't you love the rainy day yesterday? Oh well. Got some good stuff done at home. Actually, I started taking apart my kitchen to try to fix the ceiling. Anyway, long story. I'll show you pictures later, maybe tomorrow, or we'll see how it goes. We are going to do day two of our 9.2.4, and hopefully you already checked your homework. Please make sure that you are checking and following along. As you know, we have a quiz tomorrow, and a lot of you guys got an email last week about those quizzes, and some of you, I know, your parents were a little surprised. I was a little surprised. But hopefully you are better prepared for the quiz tomorrow and it goes well. For that, I am going to have a Google Meet tomorrow, so check for the time as to when it's going to happen. I'd love to have you if you can make it. If you can't make it, I understand. It's not required. We'll just chat, see how things are going, and what you've been doing that's been interesting or boring or whatever. You can ask questions about last week's quiz. You can ask questions about the quiz tomorrow. Not that I'm going to tell you anything what's coming on it, but we can just talk and answer any questions you might have. Okay. So please make sure you're there if you want to. Again, if you don't want to, that's fine. Your call. I'd love to see you guys. I'd love to hear from you guys a little bit. But I understand. If you do have a calculator, it would be helpful today. Not required, but helpful. Just check your answers. Although the two problems we're looking to do are both without a calculator. The calculator is just to help you check when we are done. Okay. So before we get started, the homework is 107 to 108. So you can do that, or you can do the worksheet, your call. But just check on that. Before we get started, I do want to review the two things: rational and irrational numbers. Okay, rational numbers are numbers that terminate or repeat. Okay, so they terminate or repeat, meaning they can be written as a fraction or as a ratio. Okay, numbers that terminate or repeat can be written as a ratio or fraction. Irrational numbers are numbers that do not terminate or repeat, like pi. Pi never ends, pi never repeats. It's just a bunch of random, not random, but just a bunch of different numbers. Got it? So if a number keeps on going forever without repeating, it is irrational. If it stops or repeats, it's rational. And both irrational and rational numbers are real numbers. Got that? Okay, so let's practice this, okay? Here we go. Without a calculator, indicate the approximate location of each of the following real numbers on a number line. What could make this task easier? Order these numbers from least to greatest. Now, to make our number line, we're going to get going here. Let's make a number line, and because we got to put these numbers on a number line. Now, again, the easiest thing to do would be to plug it into the calculator, right? But I want you to try to do it without plugging into the calculator. Okay, just try. I want to put 0 here, -1, -2, -3. If you'll do this on your paper as well, please. 1, 2, 3. Now, what I want you to be thinking about is, how can I start putting these numbers on there? What can I start identifying? What can I see? What can help me out? You should hopefully be able to pretty closely locate all of these points, okay? So what I want to do is I want to address each one of them, and I'm going to give you a little bit of time to put the numbers, and then I'm going to show you where roughly it should be. Cool? All right, let's start with the first one. 2/3. So where on the number line would 2/3 go? So on your number line on your paper, please go ahead and mark it, and let's see how close you get. Okay? All right, well, 2/3. 2/3 is less than 1 but greater than 0. So if you went from 0 to 1 and cut it into 3 parts, 2/3 would be right about right there. That is 2/3. Okay, I guess I could have gone a little bit more to the right, but pretty close there. Okay, 2/3. Next one, -7/500. Where would that one go? -7/500. Please put it on your number line right now. I will wait. Cool. Got it? All right, let's see. It's negative, so therefore it has to be to the left of the 0. Now, it is -7/500, so less than or greater than -1. So it would be right about here. -7/500 would go right about there. Cool. How close were you? All right. Next one, square root of 8. Now, guys, I have no idea what the square root of 8 is, but I can get pretty close, and I want to see if you can too. So on the number line, please put the square root of 8 where you think it would probably go. Okay, now if you remember yesterday, we talked about square roots, actually 2 days ago, and I remember I had you memorize those square numbers, 1, 4, 9, 16, 25. 8 is between what two square numbers? Well, it's between 9 and 4, all right? And the square root of 9 is 3, and the square root of 4 is 2. But it's closer to 9, isn't it? And the square root of 9 is 3, so that means the square root of 8 is just a little below 3. So the square root of 8 would be somewhere around here. Now, guys, I don't know the exact answer to the square root of 8, and I don't have to. I just got to get it pretty close. Okay, next one. Negative 9/5. Put it on the number line where you think it would go. Negative 9/5. Okay, well, negative 9/5. If you did that in a division problem, it'd be negative 9 divided by 5. Oh, negative 9 divided by 5. It's not quite 2. If it were negative 10 divided by 5, it'd be negative 2, right? But it's not quite that. It's a little bit below that. It would actually give you, if you divided it out, well, if you wanted to, you could check it on the calculator. But if you divided it, you'd get 1 and 8/10. So negative 1 and 8/10. So it should be right about there. Negative 9/5. That's a 9 there, okay? Negative 9/5. Almost negative 2. Cool? All right, next one. Pi divided by 3. Now, pi divided by 3, guys, what is pi? 3.14159265358979323. Did you remember all that? Okay. But 3.14, let's even simplify it. 3.1. If I took 3.1 divided by 3, how much would I have? I'd have a little, actually, where would it go? Put it on the number line. Where do you think it would go? Pi divided by 3 would go right about here. It'd be just a little bit over 1, okay, because pi is 3.14, and 3 divided by 3 is 1, but it's a little bit over 3, so it's a little bit over 1. And last, 2 and 1/4. Well, 2 and 1/4, can you put it on the number line? 2 and 1/4 would be right about here. 2 and 1/4. So there's a number line. In order from least to greatest, negative 9/5, followed by negative 75/100, followed by 2/3, followed up by pi divided by 3, 2 and 1/4, and then square root of 8. And those are real numbers. Some of them are rational, some of them are irrational. Okay? All right. Did you feel good about that? I know you've done problems like these in the past, and in the past, maybe it's been overwhelming. Hopefully, you're feeling a little bit more comfortable with these numbers. Okay? One more problem. Okay? And it's going to be challenging without using a calculator or the numbers below from least to greatest. Now, guys, this one's one where I want to challenge you. Do not use a calculator. The calculator is going to be for you to check when we're done. But please do not use a calculator. I don't need the exact numbers. I just need you to have them in order from least to greatest. So I want you to pause the video in just a minute and try going through these. Try finding the smallest, working your way up to the biggest, okay? And when you're done, unpause it, and let's see how many of you can get it right, okay? I'd love it if you can get them all right. If you don't, that's okay. Hopefully you see what your mistake was, but try it on your own. Got it? Go. Did you? Come on. Did you do it? All right, let's try it out. Whew, okay. I'm just going to start in order here, guys. Square root of 102. Square root of 102. I have no idea what the square root of 102 is, but I do know the square root of 100 is 10. So the square root of 102 has to be a little bigger than that. So I'm going to say the square root of 110 or 102 is, I'm just going to put it there. Oh, next number is 10. Well, I know 10 is probably a little bit below that. So 10, okay, because 10 squared is 100, square root of 102. So it's really close. Good. 3 times pi. Oh, I just talked about pi. 3.14159 times 3. Well, 3 times 3 is 9. 3.1 times 3 would be roughly 9.3. Oh, okay. So I'm going to say 9.3. Let me just write that down here. 9.3 something. Okay. Square root of 99. Oh, square root of 99. Well, I don't know what that is, but it's right under 100, right? So it'd be right here. I think it'd go right here. I hope. I hope that's where it goes. Okay. Because I don't think there's much room between square root of 99 and 10 because that'd be square root of 100. So that takes care of that one. How about 1 and 1/10 times 10 to the first? Well, 10 to the first is 10. So 1 and 1/10 times 10 moves a decimal point over one time. You basically get 11. Well, look at the next. That looks like the biggest number, doesn't it? 11. Okay, now we got this one. Well, look at that one. Oh, I haven't placed that one yet. Hey, I think that would go here. 9 and 3, or 3 times pi. I guess I should put 3 times pi. Okay, and then I think the smallest is that one. Okay, so you should have 9 and 99 thousandths, 3 times pi, square root of 99, 10, square root of 102, and then 1 and 1/10 times 10 to the first. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the correct order. Hopefully you got that right. Okay, so guys, that is it for today. Your homework, do the homework, try the problems out tomorrow when you watch the quiz or when you do the quiz. Please check your homework first so that you get a little bit more practice, a little bit more chance to do that. Now, you can after the video, then on Friday, then you'll check your homework. So tomorrow, remember, try to do the homework before the Google Meet, just so you have a chance to have more questions or a chance for more questions. If you do have questions, please write them down before you go to the Google Meet. Don't just be like, oh, I'm just going to ask when I get there. So write them down beforehand so that you know specifically and can ask those questions. Okay. I look forward to seeing you guys. I hope you can make it. I know I understand some of you can't. That's fine. But if you can make it, it'd be great to see you and just catch up a little bit. Nothing formal, nothing fancy. Just say hi. Tell me what weird things you've been up to and stuff like that. Cool. All right. I'll talk to you later, guys. Have a good day.